What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's GRIZZ. Today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare. In the background you're going to be seeing some Black Ops 4 multiplayer gameplay to get your feet wet. This one here I went 25 and 10, but that's just in the background. We're going to be talking about the good and the bad here with what we saw today with the Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal. If you're excited about not having a season pass, drop a like on today's video. But let's talk about the open beta. Pre-order and get the open beta early access. Week 1, we're going to have the PS4 early access starting September 12th through the 13th. This is if you pre-order. Then the open beta happening September 14th through the 16th on PS4. Weekend 2, we're going to have crossplay. They're going to be testing out crossplay for the first time. September 19th through the 20th, we'll have early access for Xbox and PC. You guys will crossplay first. But during this same time, September 19th through the 20th, there will be the open beta for PS4 continuing. So this is week 2. September 21st through the 23rd, we'll have the open beta for all platforms. Not sure how crossplay is going to work between PS4 and Xbox, but this is what we know right now. Starting September 12th through the 23rd, we'll be having this beta active and no season pass. So no season pass at all. But the good, let's talk about the good for a second. The graphics and animations here in Modern Warfare are looking pretty good. They do have a new development engine that they're working with, and that definitely has something to do with it. All the maps are not 3-lane maps. Some of them are, however, there are maps that break out of this and aren't 3-lane maps, so that's a very positive thing. When it comes to attachments, there's about 30 to 60 different attachments per weapon. The thing about this is they all have pros and cons, and that we'll get into that in the bad part of this, but there's a lot of attachments, and that's kind of a good thing, I think. Now, all operators, just like we had specialists in Black Ops 4, the difference is there's no supers. So all the operators are cosmetic. You can choose what your character is going to look like, and I assume this is going to work into the microtransactions somewhat. Hopefully it stays cosmetic. Crossplay is based on input. That's what the guys there that were invited out did see. Controllers play with controllers, keyboards play with keyboards, and they're not going to break that type of marriage. The hit detection seems very good. It does remind me a lot of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3's type of hit detection, but there are drawbacks to almost everything that we're talking about. However, let's get into the bad real quick and start with hit detection. The screen does go black and white when you're shot, and this does skew your vision, and that is a big problem. That needs to be fixed, and it can be easily fixed between now and the beta that's coming up. There's no mini-map without the score streaks, kill streaks, so if you do get a UAV, you can finally see the mini-map, and we do have kill streaks instead of score streaks, so earning a spot on the B flag will not gain you points towards your kill streak. So there's a lot that needs to be improved. There are night vision maps where you need night vision goggles in order to see, or you'll be at a huge disadvantage. And I think that if you were to get these types of maps back to back to back night vision, it'd get annoying. It'd draw you off. It'd turn you off from this game. So I think that needs to be sort of addressed too, because it's kind of a drawback. The 20v20 mode, there's a lot of campers and a lot of bad spawns in the 2020 mode, and I think that needs to be looked at as well. It sounds fun because we all want that big team battle, but when there's too many drawbacks and campers because of the type of perks that you can choose in this game, it really will turn you off. Now, there's a lot of drawbacks with the attachments. Like I said, there are pros and cons with each one of them. So if you have a stock, it makes you move better, but there are other things that you have to sacrifice. And each one of them have a sacrifice with its benefits. And I don't know why they designed it that way, because it should all just be good for your weapon. There shouldn't be drawbacks that'll slow you down. The overall movement does seem pretty slow. It's not like Black Ops 4 where there's a nice fluid slide with it. There is a slide, but I think if you're not using everything correctly, you're not going to be moving that fast in this game. So I think there is some things to look at there for Infinity Ward. Along with the footstep audio, it's really bad. It's really random. And unfortunately, if you're not standing completely still, you're not going to be able to hear footsteps that well. This goes along with the screen going black and white while you're shot. All of those things really affect the gameplay, and I think it's for a multiplayer. Those who are in favor of a multiplayer are going to have a hard time sticking with this. I do think that weekly challenges definitely need to be incorporated in this mix, week by week, telling a narrative. And I know you guys are all against Fortnite, some of you are at least, but they got that right with the narrative week by week as we're going through it, so we can have fun, and the campaign playing a very integral role with that narrative definitely needs to be all combined together, so that way we have an extremely fun time and have a reason to be here. Weekly challenges, fellas. I'm telling you, it's the reason Black Ops 4 sucks right now, and we don't have something going on with zombies on a very frequent basis. We get our DLC map packs, and then it's done. So I feel like they got rid of this season pass, dealing with a lot of those issues, trying to fix it and iron it out. But if they do incorporate sort of a weekly challenge thing to it, it's only going to be good for the player. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the bad. I do think there was a lot to talk about, a lot of good, but a lot more bad right now, and everything that we're playing is the beta. Everything that we've seen right now is the beta in its true form, so we will have improvements up until September happening from Infinity Ward, but the beta, rest assured, is what we all saw. That's the gameplay we were seeing, so now that we're conscious of that fact, just know that everything that you saw is what you're going to be playing coming this September. Now, there are a few things that you can get for pre-ordering. There are different editions out there. You can get rewards in Black Ops 4 right now. Blackout character of Captain Price and a permanent unlock token. However, I'm going to reserve all my pre-order judgment and everything until I actually play the beta. And the open beta. I'm not even going to pre-order this game until I actually play the beta. I feel like it's that important because all I'm really interested in is Spec Ops, and we don't have that much information on Spec Ops at the moment. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to subscribe because Spec Ops is really where my jam's going to be this year in Call of Duty. It's just a multiplayer, fellas. I mean, how many people are streaming and actually putting videos up on multiplayer on a consistent basis? Just the multiplayer guys that you know of that are out there. So will the hype actually live up to what we're actually seeing? I don't know. This is where I leave it to you guys down in the comment section below. Are you already pre-ordering, or are you going to wait for the open beta to make your decision as to what you're going to do when it comes to this game? The microtransactions, as you know, will be coming after a month or so in, and that's when COD points will get introduced and potentially destroy this whole game, just like Black Ops 4. I want you guys to all be conscious of that fact, because as we move forward, we cannot forget our past or forget what we know like Treyarch wanted us to. Okay, so let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Keep an open mind, and I'll see you in the next video. Viollent out.